Hey everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of George Farmer's visit to Soluções Aquáticas here in Portugal. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, check it out first, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Thank you.
Your GH, maybe your KH as well a bit. So depending on your water chemistry at home, do you have hard water, soft water? Soft. So this is really going to affect.
Yes.
But we're using RO here, aren't we?
Or you want to use? But start with tap water and then probably change to RO.
Are you happy using this?
Yeah, it's fine. I have it on the tank.
Okay. Yeah. We won't use too much of it, but just do be mindful it will affect your water chemistry. Okay. But it is beautiful. You can see, full of character, full of these kind of gouges, these beautiful textures. I think it works really well with this type of wood as well. It's quite a wild kind of vibe to it. So I'm starting off with the biggest rock, kind of, similar sizes. So now I'm looking at the stone. Stone has character. It's again with the same with the woods. Take your time picking the rocks. Have a really good look at them. Let it speak to you almost. Does that? It makes me feel kind of like. Yeah, it's been around a good few thousand years. It's like seeing a few things. So now we're like, which is the most attractive, kind of natural-looking side to it? So we've got this side, it's quite dramatic here. Think about how is it going to kind of fit in to your layout there. So I think this side here.
George, if you need any sort of like lava rock, it's underneath to give some height.
Okay.
Just tell me get some.
Thank you, mate. Cool. And then we've got some special glue later which we'll use, and that is going to glue the wood to the rock, and then the wood isn't going to float. So that works quite well. We've got the strata lining in with the grain of the wood quite nicely. I'll probably just pop a little stone underneath to support it. So I'll choose a really boring stone. We don't want to use up all the nice ones underneath. Same as before, let's just look at it at all the angles. Also bear in mind, when it's wet, it takes on a completely different appearance. It goes much darker, actually looks much more beautiful. I'll show you quickly. Sorry. So now it looks much more attractive. That one looks weird. So we can either glue that there, or maybe put some glue and some aquaphytes around there to hide the glue. That would work quite well. If you're at home, you could obviously pre-soak the wood. You might have a big water container in the garden or a pond, or if your wife's very understanding, a bath.
Good. Is it better to glue it everything dry?
Yeah, I prefer gluing.
Yeah.
And everything's really stable. So
even the wood.
Even the wood.
Yeah, if it's dry, it's better to glue.
Yeah, it's better to glue because when you come to maintaining it, you don't want to be knocking things over. Thank you.
Especially.
Yeah. It's a bit messy with glue, but after you've done it, it's absolutely fine. Okay, another piece here. Might need some support underneath actually. I'm going to put that in later because that is beautiful. That's going to go fit this there like that. So I'll put that in after the substrate. So do we have some glue now? Yeah. I keep looking at you. In the place, does he?
Selections.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Thank you. Try that later. So you can see already it's starting to take shape. We've only used so far 4 pieces of material, but it's already created something quite impactful. It's obviously quite large, but it just shows, just after a few minutes or so, you can create something really quite dramatic. So we've got the foam fixed glue. We've got the foam fixed glue. Yeah. But maybe some tissue just to wipe off again. Sure. So this is like an expanding foam. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's really handy for bigger aquariums. Obviously for nano tanks with intricate work, this isn't going to work. Expands really quite big, so just be careful using it. So I'm just going to start off with a bit here. Right down there. There we go. See what I mean? It comes out quite quickly. Yeah. But it does dry quickly, hopefully, so that's the advantage.
About 10 to 15 minutes.
It's not as easy to use as the other one. So that should be enough now. Thank you. Thank you, sir. That should be enough to secure the wood in place. So it will take 20 minutes to dry, but we can carry on working in the meantime. Aquascaping is about senses, sight, even smell. You can smell the fresh plant, you can smell if the tank's off. Obviously sight, hearing, you can hear the equipment, hear the water trickling. But touching as well. I love to get the hands wet, feel the plants. One of my favourite things is when I'm maintaining a really mature tank full of plants, is just get your hands in there and give it a good,
Dirty nails also.
Yeah. Yeah, I think kids, children don't get dirty enough. I don't know about in Portugal, but UK, everything's so clean. Don't let your kids play outside, but I think it's really important that we literally connect with nature. Whether that's like in an aquarium or gardening or just going to the park and enjoying what you see. It's so important. But yeah, I don't wear gloves. I don't know why that's relevant, but yeah, I don't like gloves. Senses, touch. I like to touch things, so gloves kind of limit the touch. Okay. Time for, now the question is, do we want to go kind of cosmetic sand foreground, detail, gravel and stones at the front and then plant behind? Or do we want to go like full on carpet? I don't know, we've got loads of plants to use. Lots of them. Yeah, we'll go full. Yeah. Yes, please, yeah. And do we have the soil handy as well? For these bits, so can't really. Oh, it's soil, okay. Yeah. So this is 2-hour Aquarius. Has everyone heard of the 2-hour Aquarius? Quite a well-known escaping brand, like really quite high-end and good.
You need a cup or no? It's fine?
Fancy cutting the bags open and passing them?
Yeah.
All right.
Sim, eu fiz o cabo ali, mas... the first time we're gonna try it out.
Is it the same? Is it the same as regular?
Yeah, it's more like ADA style, more organic. If you smell it, you can sense like the organics.
Oh yeah.
It's a more humid soil.
Yeah. So, if this is like all the other soils I use, is everyone familiar with aquarium soil? It's one of the best substrates you can get. It's full of nutrients. It normally helps to reduce the hardness and the pH. It's very porous, so it's a really good home for bacteria as well. Paper. You got the paper?
Yeah. What? Come in.
Some soils will leach ammonia, so just be careful when you're adding your fish. Normally wait a few weeks for the filter to cycle. Yeah, got that back here. But do you have a paper?
What?
Pincel.
Ah, fresh.
George, do you usually go just straight aqua soil, or do you use one of those base things with like?
I just normally use bone soil. Yeah. ADA do like power sand. There's some other stuff, thank you. But they're like an added bonus. I don't think they're necessary. They're just, if you want that extra tiny little bit of better result, maybe. But yeah. When you're looking at an aquarium, you're looking at it as a system, and there's kind of 5 or 6 different main elements. You've got the most important, going from the most important to least important. You've got your lighting, you've got your CO2 if you're using CO2, and then arguably, liquid fertilizers. You could argue are more important than substrate. You can grow plants in plain sand if you've got liquid fertilizers. So, a substrate is important, but it's not the most vital thing. But it is worth, if you've got the budget and you want to get the best results, then invest in a good substrate system. I only ever use the soil on its own. Although I have used ADA power sand before. Did I notice any better results? Nah, not really. I can't really say I did, to be honest with you. Okay, I think we need a bit more. So slightly sloping the soil to the rear, just add a little bit of depth visually as well as practically for the plants.
George, just so you know, the switch too, also have this smooth and
Oh yeah.
water that if you want to use.
I've got the trident flame as well.
Yeah.
I normally take off it's a better plant.
Like a more modern plant, or you develop and everything. Okay. But until then,
But if you get the get the trident flame to take them off, they can go out. That'll be perfect.
have a furnace.
And that's it for today's video, but don't worry, there's still part 2 coming up, where George will share even more tips and insights here at Soluções Aquáticas. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. See you in the next one. Thank you.